Welcome to the Dad Livin podcast. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement. Hosted by four best friends who are dads first and storytellers second. We dive into the real, messy, hilarious side of fatherhood. From diaper disasters to teenage drama, work-life balance to building a legacy, we keep it real, fun, and meaningful. Whether you're a rookie dad or a pro, this is your weekly reminder you're not alone. Grab a drink, kick back, and join the conversation.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back.
Dad Livin.
Hello there.
We're
Special coffee talk
Coffee edition.
We all got our coffees ready.
I'm left-handed, so I'm going to move mine over here. I don't have a table. Is there whiskey in that coffee? Or?
I wish.
Whiskey. Yeah.
Don't touch the stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, well, a spot of bourbon on a Friday, Saturday night sounds good. I mean, maybe for me, but
I haven't had hard alcohol all year.
It's.
really? All right.
Done with it. Done.
I never got on the bandwagon, so I just skipped that part of my life. How did we get on this already? Like, holy cow.
We went straight to
had a
drinking.
whole-
Wow.
Like we had a whole plan, and
This
we're
is-
like, oh, well,
I mean,
what you drinking today?
Admittedly, this is probably one of our first episodes where we're drinking coffee
In the morning.
In
in the
morning.
morning
It's
time.
usually late nights or
Mhm.
Yeah. It is a nice early Saturday morning.
Yep.
Here in St. Louis. So yeah, welcome everyone, and welcome everybody to Dad Livin. Current people that are listening, new
Yeah.
people. Glad to have you. So
Welcome to the show.
yeah. So obviously today we're going to be talking about just some lighter things. I have some questions for the guys. We're going to be diving into some fun stuff, but really, I mean, this is kind of our first episode in the last 3 weeks. We life got busy.
Got caught
What
up
happens?
in summer. Yeah.
We've had a lot going on in the friend group, and so we kind of delayed this a little bit, but we wanted to make this happen. So
Yeah. We thought we had a good plan to keep it going consistent, but
Life had
life
plans.
happens.
Yep.
well, and I think the biggest thing too, we all enjoy making content and doing this stuff. We obviously had our garage episodes that it seemed like a lot of you loved to listen and enjoyed that. So we're definitely going to get into a little bit more lighter stuff and have some fun with the episodes. And we'll do
Sorry,
some
we're
fun
not a
stuff.
6-pack deep today.
I know, right?
Right.
Don't worry, hold it back.
Yeah. Sorry, Kelsey brothers. We
Yeah.
we don't have the garage beers going today, but
You guys only had 6.
right. Jason's probably like, man, I had 12 to start one of our episodes. So, but yeah, no, today's going to be our coffee talk episode. We're going to be diving into just some questions I have for the guys, just some fun stuff, and really catching up. I think that's the big thing. And obviously, Osner's not here. Life happens. Like I said, when we can't get it all together, we're gonna roll through
Roll
some
right
things.
through,
But yeah, Osti, we love you.
He'll be
And-
back.
Yeah, he'll be back next episode for
Yep.
sure. So yeah, so coffee talk. I think the big thing, us getting together, and what I wanted with this is just, it's been a few weeks off. Keeping it simple. It's been chaotic. It's been crazy.
Summertime.
And
man.
summertime. Yeah, we're right in the middle of it. So just a little check-in for sure. So to start, I wanted to start on a lighter note with some jokes, some dad
Okay.
jokes.
Give them to me.
Yeah, you ready? So I've been watching like this Instagram, TikTok guys that they're dads that do fun things with their coffee mugs, and I thought it was perfect for this episode to bring some of that in because it is funny. Recently, they'll grab a glass of wine and they'll sit on it's like the shaking jokes, and it is the funniest thing in the world. If you have a moment, go out and just look on TikTok or Instagram and type in dad jokes, and they'll pop up number one. So a lot of this was inspired from them. All right, first one. I told my wife that I spent $80 on a new belt. She said that was a big waste.
Get it.
You get it? You get it?
Excellent.
And that was I couldn't stop laughing at that one. I have no clue why. I think as we get older, the dumb jokes sound even better.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay. This one is a little bit partial to me because I'm in digital marketing, so I thought this one was funny. I was on a diabetes awareness website. It asks if I accept cookies. And I thought, is this a trick question?
Oh, God.
Diabetes.
Of course you do.
Ha ha! So I thought those were funny.
Yeah, those are
funny
good.
little icebreakers to get us laughing a
Now
little bit.
I'm just thinking now about that Will Ferrell movie where he's like sitting in his massage recliner drinking wine, he's spilling everywhere.
Wasn't he eating something? Oh man, that was great. Yeah, that God, what movie is that?
Oh, it was Get Hard or something with Kevin
Yeah.
Hart, where he like goes to prison or whatever, and he's like a rich guy, and
Yeah. Oh my God, that's great. Yeah, that's a good movie. Underrated.
yeah, Mike doesn't appreciate the Will
Well, you're going to get everybody to hate me, but this is a phase of Will Ferrell that I didn't appreciate that all fell right into there. So.
Yeah, we were talking about the new show, The Hawk, right?
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes the other night. I don't know, probably not the best Will Ferrell work, but some good cheap laughs in there. I think it's like Ricky Bobby but golf, pretty much. So it's pretty silly. So
yeah. Well, and I've heard good things. I almost think like watching like the FIFA World Cup and all this stuff, he would be out there in his Hawk stuff, dressed up. I'm
they
like,
had him at. Did you see him on the Home Run Derby too?
The Home Run Derby.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but
yeah, I think they pushed it a little bit too
it was
much.
all put on by Netflix. So
it was promo, but he is a big sports fan, so he probably didn't mind being out there in character or whatever. So
yeah, I will say one of his funniest things is when he goes to the NHL games because he's a big Kings fan, and he dresses up as the ref. Yeah. Oh my God, I laugh every time when I see that.
Was he like smoking a cigarette at a game one time or something?
That's great.
Do what he wants.
We should get Will Ferrell on here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'll fly out here to St. Louis just to visit us.
Yeah, I mean we can have him virtually. So Will, if you happen to listen, just comment. We'll let you on here. It'll be good. Be a good time.
We'll allow it.
So
got any more dad jokes?
I don't.
I got one that my son told me the other day.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear it? It was pretty good. We laughed pretty hard. Where does a sheep go get its haircut? The Baba shop.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
we chuckled at that one. That one's for you, buddy.
I don't have any dad jokes, but I've been laughing a lot at all the memes I've seen lately about the controversial new Christopher Nolan Odyssey movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. People are either like love it or hate it, it seems like, but
it's a lot of stuff nowadays. Everybody's divided.
Everybody was up in arms about like two characters that have like 5 minutes in the whole movie. But, like,
pretty inconsequential.
Really? The casting decisions people had problem with, I guess. But I saw this one meme. It was like, it was a fake Christopher Nolan's Obama movie. Oh. And it was like Zendaya as Barack Obama. Elliot Page as Michelle Obama.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's great.
All kinds of stuff like that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I heard that movie is freaking.
Oh, I got to see it.
Yeah.
I loved, probably one of the only things that kept my attention in high school was Greek mythology. So I loved, there was an old Odyssey movie. It was like a made for TV. Like I watched 100 times and I love all that stuff. So
yeah,
I'm going to wait when the theaters die down and go see it in IMAX somewhere.
Yeah. I definitely want to see it IMAX. We don't have any 70 millimeter IMAX. I mean, there's only 25 throughout the whole US. So like too worried about it. A lot of people were saying we have something in St. Louis, the Science Center, and it's an Omnidome experience. A lot of people are saying like that's good, but I'm like, man, I remember seeing a movie there.
That makes me sick when I go in there, like motion sickness.
It's a rounded dome, but and
you're like sitting.
It shows it in IMAX, so it's not quite, but it's the closest thing St. Louis has. But we do have Ronnie's.
We have IMAX screens, but it's not the 70.
It's not the 70 millimeter.
Yeah, no, there's a difference.
Apparently, there's a big difference when you look at it. But I'm excited to see it. Yeah. We've been going to the movies a lot lately with the kids, and the cool thing about that is, it's kind of getting them excited about movies, which I love. I love movies.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool.
Well, we're on a big Marvel kick right now. Our summer thing's been like we've been watching the whole Marvel timeline in order. So like every night we're watching that stuff.
Cool.
And so the new Spider-Man movie's coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And like I'm psyched to go see it. And Brody's like, no, let's just wait till later. I'm like, what?
How many Spider-Man movies are there? How do they keep drawing attention? Are they that good?
No, this is a big one because this is Peter Parker going from having web and kind of like shooters to actually being able to shoot it from his.
Yeah, he's morphing into
a spider,
real spider now.
So it's a big thing in the whole chain of.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know any of it. Like I never followed it.
Really?
No, I had no interest.
Spider-Man.
They've just beat it up over the last 20 years. It's like every blockbuster that comes out is some new superhero. It just seems so stale. But apparently, I'm on the outs because they're still killing.
Well, what movies do you enjoy watching?
Dude, I don't watch a lot of movies.
Okay, so you're on the exact opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, we just don't. Like, we'll go see movies with the kids on occasion, but like, we're not waiting for the newest,
really
Oscar movie to come out or whatever, Okay. I guess the Oscar movie would already be out, but yeah, we're not. We don't do that.
Okay.
Well, like, I really want to go see the movie now because, like, if you take the whole family, it's ridiculous. It's like $100, So we found a trick. Like on Tuesdays, they do like half price tickets or something. Yeah. So like we try to do it then.
Right.
It's great. I wasn't saying that. Oh no, but like a few movies ago, it was like, I don't know if it was PG-13, but like all the trailers they were showing were PG-13 and they're like slasher horror movies and stuff. Yeah. And Brody got like freaked out. So he doesn't like going to the show anymore because he's afraid of
go late.
Getting scared. I'm like, we can skip the trailers. Yeah. Like,
go stand in the hallway till they're over.
Yeah. That's a real thing. The craziest thing is, and I realized that it was funny. I was watching Indiana Jones, which I think you and I, like, you were over here and saw it. But I was watching that. I remember watching that with my dad at an early age, and I didn't think anything of it. Yeah. Now when I'm watching, I'm like, oh my God.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a dead person there, or like they just vaporize that person, and now my kid's looking like
melting.
Like mouth wide open. I feel like the worst dad in the world. So yeah, that was one.
I saw some dad influencer on Instagram the other day. He's like, sitting down to show my kid my favorite movie when I was a kid, RoboCop. It's like, it shows like a dude getting shot in the dick. He's like, oh
no.
Yeah, I think a lot just went over her head back then, man. And like,
dude, yeah.
Less sympathy for being scared, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was just different times back then. They were just like, I'll expose it to them.
Yeah.
And then they got it really tight in the 90s and the 2000s. And then it's now kind of getting a little bit more lax because some of the stuff I'm like, should that be PG-13 or that should that be PG?
I remember being 10 or 11 years old and seeing like boobies on the screen, and like it wasn't like, I mean, obviously my parents weren't showing it to me or anything, but they pop up or whatever, and it was just like, don't look at that. Like, exactly, dude. It's like, oh man.
I remember being young and Titanic, watching that, and whenever it was the undress scene, I'd put my hands over my eyes, but I would always crack a little bit. I'd be like, oh.
Is there a nip slip in here, or what can I see here?
We were watching that. We were showing Brody, and Jen knew like we were gonna fast forward through that part, and he's like, "Wait, what's
going on? What's going on? What's it? Yeah, they're aware now. Like,
stop it!
Why are you skipping this?
Slow mo it. There we go.
Aware. We talked about it on here. We had that talk already, so yeah,
it's crazy. Oof.
I think we were just able to like separate make believe in real life back then, but I mean, like,
maybe now everything's so confusing. But
I watched all the Indiana Jones and Terminator where they killed 200 people. Like,
yeah, it's just crazy. But I think I did talk about this before when I brought Gus to watch go see Superman. It was PG-13, and I was like, dude, we're doing it right. We're going to IMAX. We're seeing it right, and part of me was like, wow, should I be bringing him to this movie? What is he going to see? There's violence. There's all these things. But then another part of me was like, man, once again, I watched all the Supermans, the Christopher Reeves, all those things. I'm like, whoa, okay, there was a lot of more violence in there. There was a lot of, obviously it was lighthearted and fun, but a lot more violence there. And we went and he loved it. So it's just like, all right, I need to stop overthinking some of these things. As a parent, I think that's the hardest thing is like, you get to make the decisions on what your kids watch. Obviously, I'm not going to put on a horror movie and have them have nightmares and all that stuff. But, if they feel comfortable with it and watching it, depending on obviously what it is, then so.
We just got to like Lord of the Rings for them, like that, which, like it's not scary, but I mean, there's some, more adultish, the fighting and stuff like that. So, but we were worried at first that they weren't going to tolerate it, but they've been fine. So,
Well,
just one step at a time.
Yeah. Well,
I got to send you this thing I saw. Somebody put Jim Carrey in Lord of the Rings.
Oh gosh. What character did he play?
It's mostly like Ace Ventura. Like he just pop him into where it makes sense in all these scenes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Ace Ventura, I did expose the kids to that last week.
That's great.
Which was one of the best decisions of my life.
Bumblebee tuna.
It was the first one. With of course I had to explain to them why Einhorn was a man, but it was actually a girl, and that got into a whole conversation. But once we got over that, it was funny because now the kids are doing little Ace Ventura things, which in my heart, like that was such a kid thing for me and a memory. Great. And I was always watching that the scene where he's in the mental hospital and he's doing the fake football, like 1, like 2, and then seeing Gus do that, I was just like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Like I think they gloss over a lot of the adult humor stuff, and I mean, like what that came out in '94.
Yeah,
so we were 8.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I don't think they just didn't care really. Not that they didn't care, just like whatever, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
weren't worried about it.
Too,
yeah. Could you imagine now, like introducing your kids to like Einhorn's a man? Like it would just. I mean, my 12-year-old would be fine with it, but like a 6-year-old or whatever, it'd be difficult to explain because everything's different now. But.
Well, and I remember like that dark humor, when he said Einhorn's a man, and they start spitting and wiping their mouth.
We didn't understand it.
Obviously, they were looking at me like, "What are they doing?" I'm like, "Well, they all kissed Einhorn, which then Einhorn's a man." And of course, like Gus is like, "Ew, gross." It was like, yeah, that's the whole idea of it. But, yeah, so that was fun, and I'm kind of like previewing Ace Ventura 2, where he's out in
I liked that
Africa.
One more. I thought that one was better, but
the rhino scene where he comes out. I'm weighing these things. Should I let my kids watch some of these things? I might have to fast forward.
They just auctioned off that rhino this year.
Seriously?
And it went for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, really?
Yes. Maybe it was like a resale, like somebody probably already owned it, but it went up for auction and it went for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh my God, that's great.
Maybe not hundreds, but it went for way more than what you would think.
I wouldn't pay that much for it, but
it was a great scene.
How much dumb money do you have to be like, I got to have the rhino from Ace Ventura too?
Does it come with a guest appearance from Jim Carrey? Then I would maybe think about it.
He crawls out of it.
He crawls out of it naked. Yeah, right.
Scene was so good though.
Oh my God.
I guess the theme is summer movies are a big deal, Yeah.
So. Yeah, summer movies. I loved that. That was awesome going on memory lane. So well, I'm gonna skip past my my other question because now it seems just completely irrelevant and doesn't make sense. So let me ask you this, guys. So as a lighthearted thing, we all go through it, and it's been a few weeks since we last talked. What was one thing your kid or kids said this week that absolutely destroyed you? Funny, serious?
Oh, that one's easy for me, I suppose. I've been gone all this past week for some training in Columbia, Missouri. And I'm gone a lot anyways, because not that I'm gone, I just work weird hours, as everybody kind of knows. So, and then Shane called me Thursday, I guess Thursday night before I left Friday afternoon. And it was just like, Dad, I miss you so much. And he doesn't do that. He doesn't call me up or whatever. And I was just like, damn, you don't think about it, but these, what you do every day, affects your kids. And, you aren't even doing anything wrong. You're just supporting your family is all you're doing. It's just like, man, this is really weighing on him. He just really wants me to be home. So that one kind of hit home a little bit. So well, I don't mean to be so heavy right off the bat. No. It just popped right into my head because as soon as you asked, I'm like, oh yeah, it's something that I noticed right away.
Yeah. I see.
I mean, doing everything right, but still feels like you're doing something wrong,
And I see that when now that the kids, this is our first summer break actually, and our niece is watching the kiddos. So they're here at home. So every morning when I go, they're like, Daddy has to go. On Thursdays, I work from home, and it's let me just say this. I love having my kids here. It's hard to focus on work. So my productivity goes down a little bit, like lots of people during the summer.
Mhm.
But I did like midday push them away and was like, hey guys, I gotta focus on work.
Yeah.
And Adeline was having a tough time, but she kind of at that point crying was like, I just want you. And I'm like, okay, I can take 10 minutes away from work right now to do this. I know I'll make it up. I always do. I work extra hours, so I'm not worried about like me clocking in and clocking out. But yeah, I definitely felt that. So
yeah, I've been kind of getting that guilt lately too, because like they're off, mom's home all summer, so like they're doing fun things all throughout the week, and I'm not there, and they're just like, Dad, you're working all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is just normal.
Yeah.
You guys are
You're just
not
seeing it
used to
more,
it right
yeah.
now, but yeah, kind of like we've talked about this before. Like, yeah, take that 10-minute break. That's all that they need sometimes, to get that connection. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me to work from home during the summer too, with all them home, and like I don't have a escape office room. So, if I am working from home, it's usually in the middle of our dining room,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it gets tough, man. But yeah, take that quick break, or our kids were in a golf camp together this week, so I dropped them off every morning, and I would hang out and watch them a little bit. And the last day they got to go play the course, and like I'm just gonna take the morning off, and I got to go caddy with them and
that's
hang
cool.
out. So it's like, yeah, it's not gonna. I went back to work for the rest of the day after that, and still got my stuff done. So I have that flexibility, though. I know not everybody has that, but
yeah,
I feel like when I know I need to have that time to connect, I can make it happen.
Yeah,
so.
Good.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's tough. And you have your, Jen's at home, your wife, because she's a teacher. You got both kids. Yeah, that can get a little crazy. You need to work on that garage. You need to work on your
the Gary garage.
The Gary garage.
Yeah, that's a big.
Just have him come over and be like, Dad, make this look like your garage.
Dad, go ahead and hurry up and retire so you can help me around.
Come on, Gary. Come on. Yeah, that is something I've been more cognizant of. Like, I think part of it of kind of taking 3 weeks is work's been stressful. And when I leave, I just want to be here, be home. And that's tough, and when your kids are obviously asking for it and needing it, you want to give it to them. So that's been my focus when I clock out, because work has been super stressful over the past 4 weeks, is just being here with Kel and them. And it's not, all, but this week was really cool. It was hot in St. Louis, and we got out of the pool quite a bit, which those are some fun memories that you make, just getting out there and swimming and playing weird games that the kids make up, and, diving, doing diving contests and whatnot. So that was fun. Fun. So, mine, which was, it's kind of an eye-opening thing with obviously being stressful. I'm not as active as I have been over the past few months. So I've taken like 4 weeks off doing anything active, really. I'm not coaching ice hockey right now. I'm not, really doing active. I still play catch with the kids and whatnot, but that's minimal.
Nothing official.
Not working out, not doing all that stuff. So my weight, my gut has been a little bit higher than I want it to be, which happens. Gus the other day, this was Wednesday, and we're sitting on the couch. It's early morning. We have a little snuggle sessions where we just kind of in the morning take 10 minutes. I'm typically drinking my coffee, enjoying just some quiet time before I have to work and dial in. And Gus came down, and he was kind of patting my belly, and he goes, Dad, why is your belly so big?
Oh, geez.
It's like, oh my God. I was like, well, Gus,
settle down.
Like, here's what happens when you get older. And well, I haven't been as active. And he goes, well, we have a skylight. So it's we have tasks and everything each day. He goes, well, your task each day is to work out. Why haven't you been doing it? It's like, snap.
Call you out,
holy
brother.
shit. So yeah, I got called out on that. That destroyed me, because I'm like, yeah, I'm high weight. I'm not feeling as good as I want to, but I need to get back to that.
That's hard,
So
man.
Summer, I have realized like summer is not the time to hit your goals.
Nope.
As a dad.
It is not.
I mean, like I said, we're up late watching movies every night.
Mhm.
They're not hitting alarm to wake up most of the days if there's no camp. So like,
Yeah.
It's been hard for me to get up and get to the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
And, you know, baseball's over now, but we had a lot of late nights at the ballpark.
Yeah.
We're eating on the go, ballpark food a lot of nights. And it's like, man.
Yeah, I'm an avid calorie and like macro counter. And I've just felt myself off this whole summer. Like, well, might as well just take the whole week off of doing this, because if I don't pay attention, that's when you start just go nuts.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one, brother. Like summer, like Brian just said, dude, it's so hard to stay on a schedule and religious with everything you're supposed to. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
So working out through the summers, like whenever I can fit it in.
Exactly.
And, you know,
hopefully once or twice a week at the most.
Unless if you're not meal prepping and like having healthy foods all throughout the week.
It's hard. Like you said, you're eating on the go and you're never eating well when you're eating on the go. So
yeah.
Sometimes just accepting it this season right now is not for, you know, having the ripped dad body.
Yeah. No. And you know, a lot of what I was telling myself, I'm like, man, you kind of see the schedules, the sleeping in, staying up late. I'm adapting some of that. It's like, well, if the kids can do it, and you know, like Kelly and I, we can do it too. And you kind of fall back on that a little bit, which happens. But
dude, I'll take the late movie nights and ball games and pool time over, you know,
being up a couple pounds or whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Right. Get back to it. But I thought that was funny because he was just patting my belly. Like, why is your belly so big? I was like, dude, dang it, man.
They do that to me too. Like, you know, like,
and you're fit.
You eat like a freaking.
Yeah. You can eat a 16-inch pizza and it doesn't even do anything to you. Me, if I look at the pizza, it's 3 pounds.
Yeah, you're 2% body fat.
Right.
Chill on me, like.
It'll get you one day, brother. Just tell him. Like, just wait. Right. Just wait. I'll be an old man, but you're gonna be like, Dad, you were right.
I was just like you until I hit 30.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most dad thing you did this week without even trying?
The most dad thing.
Wow, man.
Okay, for me, kind of going back to the eating and being flexible, it was like I was so contradictory of myself. It was like, can we have this? And it's like, well, you already had sweets today. You already had these things. And of course, what did I do? I literally grabbed some sweets for myself, and I was like, dang it. All right, here you go. And I was just like, man, I gave in. I was firm on my line, and then I gave in a little bit. I'm like, they ended up getting their sweets anyways. I'm like, they got double sweets.
I'm glad you said that, because it triggered my memory. Heather and the kids came up for one afternoon to Columbia when I was up there. Like, they kind of just surprised me. It was neat. And we went out and grabbed some dinner, and we were on our way back, and we drove past an Andy's ice cream. And Andy's, for everybody that's not from this area, it's really good frozen custard. And the kids were like, oh, there's an Andy's, we should go there. And Heather's like, no, we don't eat Andy's. And I kind of like looked over and like, we don't. I think we kind of do. And she's, you know, and then we obviously went or whatever. So, and that's not normally like me. My kids all be nodding their head like, Dad says no to everything, which I do. I say no a lot because, you know, you got to keep things in check or whatever. So I was on their team for that, and that felt pretty good.
Dude,
yeah,
we get Andy's like once a week.
Andy's is so good.
You're pretty close to it right there.
We do not, thank God.
I just thought of my most dad thing. So last night, Jen went out with the girls, and I got home and I was dead tired. We didn't have a whole lot of food in the house. So I'm like, all right, we're doing Brenner tonight. It's my favorite thing to do is breakfast for dinner. So I'm like, all right, let's go to the store. Let's pick out a couple things, and I'll make Brenner. Like, we don't want to go to the store. Whining. I'm like, it's going to take 10 minutes. It's right up the street. Let's go. And we go, and I don't know. They're just goofing off and having a good time. I'm like, we're leaving, checking out. I'm like, you guys just have fun no matter what we're doing. Why were you complaining about it? Yeah. Like, you can have fun at the grocery store.
Right.
So anyway, I got home, did bacon and eggs and chocolate pancakes, and
heck yeah,
let them get a donut, and
wow.
So that was my dad dinner night.
I'm gonna come over and Brenner with you guys. Holy cow!
I could eat breakfast food every day. Every day, every meal. Like, I love it.
Dude, we had a stretch of incredible weather this week where it was
2 days.
Just 2
day break
in
is great.
July where it's not 105 with humidity up the wall. I mean, it was 81, 82, just absolutely gorgeous. And we had Brenner, I think this was Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, I'm literally looking at the inside table versus the outside table, and I'm like, started cleaning off the outside table, and Adeline, my daughter, was like, hold on. We having Brenner? outside because they love to eat outside. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God. And she started helping me put everything together. You would have thought, and Kelly said this, you would have thought we just told them that we're going to Disney.
Yeah.
They were so excited. They were getting everything together. Adeline was drawing on the napkins and doing cool things like that. And it was just cool. It was a cool experience. And we had that kind of time once again, just as a family, just sitting there and enjoying Brenner. And then one of the things, and kind of going to those kind of guilty moments, the kids asked me to push them on the swing, and I just got done eating. I was like, whoa, I'm full. But I was like, how many more times are they going to ask me to push them on the swing?
Mine don't ask me anymore. Yeah. So
exactly. So
yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
I got up and I pushed them on the swing, and it was fun because we were doing some fun things with it. So I had kind of a little bit of a dad moment right there where I was like,
engage. The
shit.
Remember, it doesn't last forever.
Everything. I mean, whether it's Adeline, she's big into cooking now. So, she'll come up to me and say, can I help you cook? And part of me sometimes just wants to rush and get it done. But then the other part of me is like, yes, let's do this. Let's make a memory. Yes, it's going to take longer. It's going to be messier. I'm going to have to be more patient, but let's do it. And it pays off every single time. Every single time.
Dude, yeah. I mean, like, I catch myself all the time. Like, what am I in such a hurry for?
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And yeah, that was, that's the big thing out there. I think where I'm at right now, I'm either in a midlife crisis or trying to figure out something. Work's challenging and tough. I'm not excited about my role on a daily basis. And it's like, well, why am I doing some of those things? So I'm kind of going through changing with that. But then even in my dad life, like I'm like, okay, I could go out and do this or go do that, but I'd rather just be with the kids and my wife.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm kind of in that settling age where I'm just like, man, I'm just I'm happy being here and I want to be here. So why not just be here?
I'm with you, dude. Like I used to be like every week, I want to go to a ball game or I want to go to whatever concerts in town.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't been to one summer concert this year. I mean, we've been to a couple ball games as a family, but like, I am content. Like we don't do a whole lot of extravagant stuff, but like we do like go out to dinner as a family like once a week. But I'm like, I'm even getting over that.
Yeah.
And like my wife just wants to get out of the house and go do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather like, hey, let's cook dinner as a family. Let's eat out on the patio. Let's just hang out and play a card game or something. Like, I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've already discussed at length going out to eat.
Yeah.
But going here and just how it's like a drain on so many things.
Yeah.
Borderline not worth it.
I mean, I enjoy it. If you can get the kids excited, and we'll let them pick a restaurant. We've been doing this restaurant carousel because we do it once a week too. And Adeline and Gus get so excited about it, so it's cool. I mean, a couple weeks ago, we went to Billy G's, which we haven't gone there a whole lot. If you're in St. Louis, that is easily one of the best places. If you're not, then come check it out. But yeah, little things like that, just get them excited, and it's fun.
And it's hard during the summer. Like you run out of things to do. You got to keep them entertained.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, how can we do the free fun stuff? And, let's just use our imagination. Let's draw, let's color, let's do something,
I agree.
But
yeah, no, I agree. All right. Let me see. Of course, we kind of bled into one of my other questions that I
it's almost like we knew it was going to happen.
We knew it was going to happen. This is crazy. Let me see. We talked about that. Wow, we have checked off all my boxes almost.
We're just that good. We're experienced. So
I felt like, oh, it's your phone. It's vibrating.
Maybe it's our sign to wrap it up here.
Yep. What was one small win over the past few weeks for you guys?
Oh man, small win. Man,
I got a couple. So
go.
Last week, home run derby, Jordan Walker, Cardinals. That was
cool.
So like, I love watching that. All-Star game's kind of boring, but like, sit down, we're watching the first round, and like the kids are already bored. Bros, this is boring. I don't care. I'm like, dude, just hang on, man. It's fun. And by the end of it, we're on the edge of our seat. We're jumping and cheering for Jordan Walker. I'm like, this is why you watch to the end, man.
Yep.
And like, I keep like getting in to stick with it to get that fandom going for sports, and it paid off on that one. My daughter, Jordan Walker's her favorite player. She was just
that's great.
Over the moon, man. So that was fun. But
yeah.
And then that golf camp this week, just getting to be there, watch them. Like, dude, his swing's like getting really good now, and like we're getting close to like being able to go on the big course probably. So
nice.
Just getting to be there for those little moments, man. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That was cool. And yeah, that home run derby was same thing. I had the same exact experience. It was like I couldn't get the kids motivated to watch anything, and I'm going to watch it regardless. That's something I've always watched, even going back to the day of like King Griffey Jr. with his hat backwards. I loved when Jordan Walker came out with his hat backwards. I said it right off the bat. I'm like, dude, this guy's he's going to own it today. And sure enough,
star in the making.
I mean, it was just incredible. And that was one of the coolest family moments because we were the same way. We had the Nuggets out. It was, we had all the jump area. Yeah. Gus was getting excited. Ellen was getting excited. Me and Kelly are cheering and getting excited. Nothing better, unless you're a Phillies fan.
Oh, and then like something that will probably stick with me. We had Brody's end of the year baseball team party at our pool last weekend, and cool. It was right when the World Cup final was going on.
Yeah.
So we were all huddled in the clubhouse. The kids were just going crazy, just screaming and cheering. And then, we get done. They all go do cannonballs in the pool. It's like, this is like the Sandlot moment right here. Like the summer baseball team, like memory right there. So cool.
No, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For us, just keep it in the same vein of like the sports, because that's high in our sky too, is like the whole FIFA World Cup. Like our family, we're big into soccer. We love soccer. So like when the World Cup was here, it was just huge. Like we watched 80 or 90% of the games. Like we always had it on. We're always cool. And the kids were totally into it. And yeah, it was just fun to see them experience that too. Like who's playing today? Like it was two teams that nobody's like, their countries like Algeria and, Morocco. Like they don't even know where it is, but they were like excited to watch it or whatever. Cause it's just such a integrating thing, and it's just like huge, and we really enjoyed it. Like just the whole experience was great.
Yeah. I felt like the FIFA World Cup being here in the US, and just I don't know if it's the timing and where we're at with our kids, but I felt like that made more of an impact with football or soccer, whatever you want to call it in that case, just as a country.
Yeah.
Everyone was engaged. Obviously,
and for the U.S. to actually have some success and get into the knockout rounds, dude. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a win in our book. And the kids had their favorites, and we were talking about the family history and our ancestry and all those things. So it was just cool. I agree with you. That was such a fun
experience,
fun moment, fun experience, even if, soccer is not the most exciting thing for me, but I was getting excited about little things. I was watching it like, oh my God, it's 0-0. Yeah. This is the greatest thing ever.
You can't look at it like football, like American football or hockey. It's not crash and bash and high speed. It's finesse and it's skill and it's, forethought of what's going to happen, trying to read plays. So like you have to look at it as a completely different sport, which it is, because it's not hockey. Hockey is my favorite sport and it doesn't compare, but it's fun for what these guys are so skilled and so good. Yeah. It's fun to watch.
I think my favorite thing of the World Cup was seeing all the people coming from different countries and experiencing our culture.
Their culture, yeah.
And they're like, we love the food. We love the hospitality. It's nothing like the media makes it out. They all lied to us. Great. Yeah. We love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good here. Like I know we're not perfect, but it's pretty sweet here.
There's a reason everybody wants to come.
Yeah. Which is fun. And it was such a proud moment as a country. I know there's a lot of things going on, but
it was a nice distraction from everything going on in the world and the news. And like, hey, we can still all come together and center around a sport and celebrate each other.
And we nailed it. Like as a country, we nailed it. Like you didn't hear too many like bad things. It was all, like you just said, all great things for everybody.
I agree. Which is awesome. So
Football is life.
Football's life. Yeah, Ted Lasso coming back.
Did you see that he actually is playing actual
I saw
soccer?
that.
He's
really?
playing for like a U.S. like what's like one step down from the MLS. He's playing. He got
Well, he
subbed
used to
in.
be a pro player.
No, this is his first time playing pro.
Really?
Pro, I think. Yeah,
He played.
What's his name on the show? Danny.
Danny Rojas.
Danny Rojas.
But I don't know his real name.
Rojas.
Danny Rojas. Danny Rojas.
Football is life.
That was a great character.
Oh my god,
Dude, I bought Apple TV just to watch Ted Lasso, then I canceled it, so I might need to get it back.
August. I think it's August 5th. Is when it comes back on.
That'll be
So
great.
I'm. Everyone knows I'm a big Ted Lasso
Yeah.
fan. I love it. So easily one of the best shows that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So,
All right, next
Yeah.
episode, our favorite dad TV shows.
yeah. Ooh, we can.
Well, we already know Doug, so it's ruined.
Yeah.
Well,
Spoiler.
Yeah. I mean, I have some other shows out there. Maybe I can develop a way better bracket than the movie one that we had. So
yeah.
that one was okay. It wasn't great, but yeah, I let some older influences help out with that, which shouldn't have happened. But
yeah,
maybe I'll bring up some more modern TV shows.
Hey, we're here to learn too. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's a good show, and obviously diving into some good stuff. So yeah, definitely good coffee talk.
Excellent.
Guys.
Yeah,
Good
we were all
coffee
over
talk.
the place. Hope you all stayed with us.
Don't break anything. Don't break anything now. Broke my mug. All right. Yeah, for everyone out there, new listeners, current listeners, obviously give us a follow on all the social channels, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and listen to us. We're on more channels now than we've ever been before. Spotify, Amazon being some of the main ones, but then
pretty much
Apple, wherever you want to watch it,
Yeah.
we're listening. We're on it. So give us a follow, give us a like, drop your comment on just some of the things you're going through. Obviously we're all going through good things, rough things. Drop your comments and let us know what's going on in your life. So
Heck yeah.
So
Thanks for being with us
Awesome.
again.
Thanks
Later.
everyone.
See you guys.
See ya.